Airport. The first time that we heard that it's called Kumasi International Airport, we found our brothers and sisters in the MPP laughing and making jest and all that. Today, they want to be applauded that it has been named Prempeh the First International Airport. Now, I have with me a lot of documents, parliamentary Hansard, and then all that to support. But when you go to Peace FM online, 17 December 2014, that was the era of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Otumfuo has said something and I want to share with everybody. You can also Google Kumasi Airport. Otumfuo comments government, 17 December 2014. As the Asante Otumfuo said has expressed profound gratitude to President John Mahama for making the Kumasi Airport 24-hour operational. Underline the word 24-hour. 24-hour. Good. And urge him to continue with the second phase of the upgrading process. According to the Asantehene, the second phase will save travelers the stress and the cost of traveling to Accra before continuing with their journey. For me, the cost of traveling here, I beg to differ. But that was what the Asantehene said. He added that the growth rate of the northern sector has necessitated the upgrading of the Kumasi Airport to that status, adding that its completion will create more employment opportunities in the aviation industry. Otumfuo Osei gave the recommendation at the commissioning of the Kumasi Aeronautical Ground Lightening Project. The first phase has been completed and some of the works include the rehabilitation of the runway and the installation of airfields light. Let us note that what makes even an airport is its runway first and foremost. Without a runway, no flights can land unless it's it's the military kind of helicopter which you need even a park or just a small space it can land. But when we are talking about an airport that should take aircraft, you need first and foremost a runway. And that job was done by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Not only that, you need a runway and aeronautical lightning system that helps the aircraft or the flight. They need that to connect, to know that where they are landing is where they are supposed to land safely. Good. Without it, it cannot also receive an aircraft. That's the extension of the runway. The runway, per its size, determines the aircraft and its capacity to land. The world's biggest aircraft is the Boeing. I've forgotten the number. 73. Yes, let's keep the number for now. But it is owned by UAE, that's Emirates. It landed in Ghana for the first time because Terminal 3 was also constructed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to take such capacity in terms of aircraft. Now, talking about Kumasi, the navigational aids also guides aircraft. These works were done by H.E. John Dramani Mahama. So for the first time, you can also Google. For the first time, this flight, is it passion? Let me get it right. Everything must be based on data. Okay, night flight to Kumasi possible by end of January. You can read the story. Africa is not passion. Africa World begins night flights to Kumasi that you can also find. And specifically, there's a date and time and everything supported. January 26, 2015. The time was, it landed at 8 p.m. That was the first time we had African World Airlines landing at night. as a result of the work that was done by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
So your argument is what?
My argument is that first I commended Addo and his administration for their continuation. I said if Ghana stands to gain much, we should at a point. Okay, if you didn't hear, now you have heard me, right?
What are you saying?
But who started it? That is why I'm stating this fact.
John Mahama started.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama started.
So,
when Addo Akufo and the regional minister were talking, giving their speech, they were able to give specific dates when even the Kumasi airport was created and all that. When it saw a major rehabilitation, 1993, that was under Jerry John Rawlings. His JJ's name was absent. They only gave the date and time. And then also jumped to the phase 1. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's name was absent in the speech. What do they stand to gain? That is why we need to let the Ghanaian know that works have been done. What work has Addo done? The continuation. Who signed the contract? John Dramani Mahama's administration. Let me commend a journalist by name Eugene Osetutu, who has done an extensive job on the Kumasi International Airport. He said, who can lay claim to Kumasi International Airport? Mahama or Akufo Addo? You can also Google and find. He has done a fantastic job, and I commend him, and I wish that all journalists...
What was the conclusion of his job?
The conclusion, I need to let all of us know. There's a reason for the redevelopment of the Kumasi airport. Let me share just the first point. The thinking of the government was to provide the requisite infrastructure for safe domestic and international operations to ensure safety and comfort for passengers, whilst ensuring Ghana had a fully functioning international airport along with Kotoka International Airport. Now, phase 1. He says the phase 1 works to upgrade the Kumasi airport to international standard was scheduled to be completed by the end of 2014. The first phase consisted of rehabilitation of defective runway and the installation of airfield lights and aeronautical ground lights on the runway to facilitate night operations at the airport. The commissioning of phase 1, which happened in December 2014, was earmarked with a historic first night landing by the then President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Phase 1 was fully completed in September 2015, still under John Dramani Mahama. The debate of phase 2 versus the facts, that is what we are talking about. In October 2016, plans to start working on phase 2, which is to cost around 65 million euros, were decided. The credit agreement was between the government and Banco Standard SA and its affiliates for 65 million euros for the development of one section of the Kumasi International Airport. There was also a tied commercial loan agreement between the government and the Banco Santander SA and its affiliates for 7.7 million euros for the development of another section of the same airport.
So in conclusion,
I don't know why you are in a hurry to find the conclusion. Let me give you the conclusion. That's what you want. In conclusion, the cost of the project included the construction of a new 2-story ultra-modern terminal of 7,000 square meters of space based on 400 passengers per hour and an annual passenger traffic forecast of 1.5 million, parking areas, and a ring road around the airport. The building also includes the space like the VVIP and VIP lounge, restaurants, commercial areas, 3 boarding gates, a central screening system for passengers, and IATA standard baggage handling system, and offices for the companies. So to wait, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, his administration secured the loans needed and ensured that every agreement was signed. I have the parliamentary Hansard here, but let's...
How much was the loan?
The loan, 65 million euros. That's the first. The second was 7.7 million euros.
Was it from Bank
Santander, yes, SE. Yes.
Okay.
So
And the loan came through.
the loan came through and everything. 2016 December.
So the money came in 2016.
Yes. So my brother, let me land with what a presidential aspirant of the MPP, the former Agric minister and the former MP for Kwadaso, said during the debate in Parliament. He said, Mr. Speaker, the fact that it is labeled international in quote does not mean that it should cost us an arm and leg. This huge sum of money, the people of Kumasi can do better with this kind of money. That expand the airport as it's being proposed. Mr. Speaker, I say because if you come to Kumasi, the facilities are breaking down. Sanitation is poor. The roads are bad. Come to Kwadaso and you will see exactly what I am talking about. So he went on and on. To wait, the money that 65 million euros plus 7 million euros for what we see today as Prempeh, the first international airport, according to a 3-year Akoto, former Agric minister who brought plantain to the Ministry of Agric to be sold. If you needed some, said to his point, it was unnecessary, and that there are bad roads in Kumasi. And even his Kwadaso constituency, their roads are bad, there are no schools and all that. So the records must be said and told to the unborn generation that His Excellency John Dramani Mahama did all the necessary work. Yes, Nana Addo Akufo came and in 7 years built the new building.
Okay, let me go to Addo. So